Thank you for that explanation, Dr. Olivier. From that, I'd like to ask you if you could tell us and our audience a little bit more about the personal sustainable sanitation systems that you have also been designing.
Well, I go back to Justus van Liebig.
Mm-hmm.
He was the father of organic chemistry. In the 1850s, he was against flush toilets.
Hmm.
He was very outspoken. And he started referring to the way the Chinese, back a long time ago, of course, were handling human waste. And he was saying it's so admirable what they were doing. And when I was traveling maybe 20 years ago in China, I saw some of that was left over from those days. Basically, we're traveling in a car and they wanted you to stop and make sure if you had to relieve yourself to pee or to poo, you did it where they asked you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that they could recover the nutrients in that waste. So human waste, put it this way, agriculture will never be sustainable until all human waste is properly transformed. Now, Justus van Liebig, there was a lot of opposition to his ideas. So what happened? People said, oh my gosh, it's going to stink. You start handling human waste, it's stinky, it's a mess. Wait a second. He said no. So he gave a little example. He took a dead rat, a rat that had been dead for quite a number of days and was really stinky. He put it in a cigar box and he opened the cigar box. Smell. What do you smell? Of course, people ran away. It stinks. It's an awful smell. Then he turned around and put some charcoal biochar on that dead rat. And then he comes back and he opens the cigar box. What do you smell? You smell nothing. Absolutely nothing. The biochar absorbs all of those odorous compounds so that there's no smell. Now, before I had read this about Justus van Liebig, I had made a urine diverting dry toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, it's not the best design in the world, but I needed something that was fairly inexpensive. So I found, so I designed this pretty much. There's a feces pan in which we put this biochar, and then every time you poop, you put biochar on top. Now, you could use a biodegradable, compostable plastic bag so that you don't have to wash this so much.
Mm-hmm.
But every member of a household would have a feces pan. Now, when I started using this, I hadn't read what Justus van Liebig was saying. And I said, my gosh, this is amazing. I put biochar on it and there's no smell. Mm-hmm. I can keep the feces pan in the bedroom for a week, for 2 weeks. You can open it up, you smell nothing.
Really?
Nothing at all. And then I started, of course, I'm living in the city. I don't have pigs. I don't have any animals, supporting animals here.
Yeah.
But so what I did, I just simply took it outside and I put it in a compost bin.
Mm-hmm.
And I let it sit for 4 to 6 months. And then after it sort of dries out, it turns into the human manure plus the biochar, it turns into a stone. Now, I don't really understand the chemistry of this. They talk about biochar and cement, how it makes cement better. But here, the biochar and the poop forms like a hard rock. Of course, if you hit it with a hammer, you can break it.
Yeah.
And this was, now later, what I do, I break this and I use that as a fertilizer. Now, keep in mind, this is not the best solution.
No.
There are some people in Africa who take human manure, it's collected each day from households, and they feed it to larvae of the black soldier fly. Mm-hmm. And then they take the larvae and they feed them to worms. then of course the larvae and worms are fed to chickens. And of course they eat the chickens and the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a higher level
Yeah.
waste transformation. Now the urine, okay, even the compost bin that I have could be converted into a self-harvesting device for the larvae. All you have to do is make a little gutter at the base of the composting bin, and when the larvae mature, they automatically crawl out and they fall into the gutter, and every few days you can collect the larvae. And what you do, you put a little bit of wood shavings in there.
Mm-hmm.
So the larvae feel secure. They're not going to try anymore. They're not going to waste energy trying to crawl out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. And then the urine. Okay, urine, the highest level transformation of human urine is going to be to mix it with rice straw and ferment, and then feed to a cow or goat. The next level would be to make so the urine basically becomes a feed. Now, the urine can also be used to grow duckweed.
Right.
And duckweed is the fastest growing multicellular plant on earth. It can double in weight in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
So compared to soybean, if you look, a duckweed pond can give you